Shalom Israel. First of all, I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash, the bonds of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth, peace, and blessings to hope for to Israel, and Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in Hebrew, Ba'Hashem means the name, and Yahushai is the name of the Begotten Son. Back on the lesson, and today we're going to HAARP, and a little bit into CERN, may make a part 2, go into that. But main point is going to be HAARP, and these devils be able to alter and control the weather, and ultimately how they're exalting themselves above Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. And the things that they do. But we're going to go into HAARP once again, going to do a quick article and a few scriptures and one quick video to show proof that they are able to do these things. And that'll be that. But let's jump right into it. It says HAARP. What is about HAARP? But it says a playing God. It says HAARP weather control, a terrifying look at the control of weather warfare. So you see those creating technology to be able to alter, to be able to control the weather, and they show you that in these movies, man. Which I got a thing right here. Which I forgot the title of the movie, but it says Geostorm. And if you've seen this movie, they're able to basically shoot things out of satellites that were in space and shoot it down to be able to alter or even control the weather. And which at the end, basically everything just went all hell break loose, man. They weren't able to control it, and just everything went wrong. But let's play a quick trailer. Just play the trailer for this, if I'm able to find it. Let's play it real quick. Do you have some more edification on it? As you know, these devils like to put their plans and things that they want to do and have done in these movies, man. It shows you how prideful they are once again, and that pride's gonna be their downfall, man. But as script's going to for their own tongue shall fall upon themselves.
Skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself,
And this is the type of technology that this devil has now. These are things he's able to do, man. And people are gonna take it for a joke. You ain't serious. You're crazy. They can't do this, But I'm about to get another video, but I'm gonna read a little bit on. But they have been able to do this, man. They have a whole program just to be able to alter and manipulate the weather, man. And people think that these they're so simple-minded. They think that these devils are just gonna use this for good, for their for benefit of everyone. But in reality, these devils are gonna use it to their advantage, man. Using warfare, to control it to its full extent, to destroy certain places, which they have been doing. And ultimately, these devils want to depopulate the earth. I mean, they're already doing it one way now, as you see with the juice. And they're, sending F5, one of the highest tornado. Let's see, actually, tornado. F ratings. Let's see real quick, just so I don't freaking butcher it. But yeah, F5. F5 tornadoes, certain places. To destroy certain places, to force you to rely on them also, and to destroy areas that they been wanting to take over or destroy. However they do it. But it says playing God, HAARP weather control, a terrifying look at the control of weather warfare. So HAARP chemtrails, which chemtrails, basically shoot chemicals, into the sky, and people think that's that's something crazy, and that's a conspiracy theory also. So atmospheric warming, weapons used to produce earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic eruption, global warming, lightning, cyclones, tornadoes, floods, drought, megastorms. These are things that devils are able to do. And it's right in front of your face. They show you in these movies, the future plans, things that they want to do. And people are, that would be crazy if that were to happen. All that's never going to happen in this generation. But it says Dr. Michio Kaku admitted that HAARP electromagnetic waves can be used to stimulate geophysical events such as and can modify the weather, earthquakes, climate change, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, and the like. Dr. Kaku admitted that I think man-made hurricanes or man-made hurricanes had been the result of a government weather modification program in which the skies were sprayed with nanoparticles and storms then activated through the use of lasers. And also, another account where those are creating forest fires to destroy certain areas, burn homes. There's like a picture of a laser beam shot from the sky, man. As you've seen in that movie, I just showed you that trailer. What were they doing? They shot things out of the satellites. Shot it down to that hurricane to disperse it. To do away with it. But they're able to manipulate and to control it, man, to make it worse. And during hurricane season, I forgot, I think year 2020 or year 2021, but it was like mass hurricanes. It's like 3 or 4, nearly at the same time, man. But it has been a result of the government. I read that. And as you see, this photo right here, it kind of looks like what they just showed, when in that video, in the trailer. Let's get that real quick, just so you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find it. Not what I was looking for. Right here. So you see in the Earth right there with the kind of scale or grid type of look that they have right there. Kind of looks like this right here. But people say, "Oh, you're looking into it too deep. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're crazy." But this type of technology that these have, and guess what? This is part of their blessing, man. This technology, man. You'll be able to manipulate and control the weather, and the nuclear advances that they have made, and in their military. I mean, come on. The sword is a blessing, and the fatness of the earth, which we'll get into that in a minute. But it says the idea behind weather control is simple when you think about it simply. When you see and experience a strong thunderstorm with a lot of lightning and thunder, what fact about this storm strikes you the most? Are you not impressed by the powerful display of energy that you witness? And you have these Edomites, these devils, wanting to obtain that godlike power. They want that, that godlike status, man, to be able to have control over everything and everyone. By the way, the MOTB coming soon also. To put thoughts into people, to control them, manipulate them, and also controlling the weather, man. So are you not impressed by the powerful display of energy that you witness? Energy is the primary ingredient behind nature's storms. Therefore, you must believe that just perhaps, if energy is the most dominant outward factor in all kinds of storms, then energy might be the key factor in creating such storms in the first place. And these devils want to be able to control and manipulate that, and which they have the technology to do so, man. But so you ask how much energy is required to create and then direct storms. So you see that word, direct storms, to manipulate it. It's like manipulate it. Speaking too fast. The answer to that question depends upon many factors, but let us tell you how much capability has been built into the newly created power transmission station in remote Alaska, which I'll leave this in the description below if you need to go more into this yourself. But I'll read just 2 more paragraphs, and that'll be that. Because these power transmission towers are not your typical towers, as they are designed to generate power in such a way that is beamed up into the ionosphere in tremendous quantities. Shooting into the sky to be able to, manipulate it and control it. The 30 million Pentagon project euphemistically, Slovakia. The named HAARP, High Frequency Active Oil Research Program, is made to beam more than 1.7 gigawatts, billion watts of radiated power into the ionosphere, the electrical charge layer above atmosphere. So do that to manipulate it and to be able to control it and alter it. We're going to show you how prideful these devils are and how they're exalting themselves above the Most High. Thinking that they're in control of everything. They're wanting that God-like status and that God-like power, man. So also why you see them trying to integrate technology into people, trying to create super soldiers, and all that. But let's get this one video to show more proof. And this was over 5 years ago. So imagine the technology and the advances that they have made today, and they haven't even showed you, man. But watch this.
Move 5 cemeteries, because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And, as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you! It's raining! That's unbelievable! Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
And you heard what we said? That's playing God, which I usually use this video when I go into HAARP or weather control and things that these devils have been able to do. But you see, this is over 5 years ago. So imagine things that they have now. And of course, people are going to see the so-called benefits from seeing this. All people in certain areas that don't have rain to grow crops. They're in droughts. We can send clouds over there to rain, this and that. But these devils try to use it, hey, for something else, man. I mean, it's Esau, man. He's not to be trusted. But let's get a little bit into the scriptures and then probably touch a little bit into CERN and all that. But it says Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. But it says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." And I mean, look at the technological advances the devils have made. And also with us, the prophets, be able to understand the scripture and to, break them down. More, knowledgeable, in the scriptures. But this is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man of the day, is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And as you know, we're heading some very terrible and perilous times. There come some times that have never been seen before in history, man. So it just shows you how terrible and bad the times are going to be, especially with all the technology the devil has, his military, him creating robots. As you see, they show you robot dogs patrolling the streets. For example, iRobot. You had the robots, helping the elderly, cooking and doing just normal things. But what happened, near like the the climax of the movie, the robots started, rebelling. They started going crazy, started to disobey orders, and you have now these devils creating robots, and they show you when they're military videos of them carrying enormous weight, shooting guns with the 100% accuracy, and now you have devils be able to alter and control the weather. So I mean, hey, the Lord is going to turn up, the things around us. As he prophecies playing out before our very eyes, and we're seeing end-time signs, but also the Lord will turn up his elect men to be able to keep up with the times, man, and to protect them in the times to come. Because you have robots come for us, military, these devils altering the weather to force you, out of your area or whatever these devils may do, but they will come down with great wrath, man. And the Lord will protect and deliver his elect, and we hope and pray that we are those men. But as you got Isaiah 14, chapter 14, verse 13 through 14, because you see in the article, what it say in the beginning of it. It says playing God, and as you've seen in that video I just showed you, let's get it real quick. What do you say near the end of it?
That's unbelievable! Oh. NASA's playing God.
And that's what these devils want. They want that God-like power. So I see them creating technology to, they're exalting themselves above the Most High. I think that they're, even on his level, creating a space where to try to compete and going against Yahweh and the chariots, the angels. But let's get, Siwan says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. So I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. So, sending satellites into the sky, space stations, trying to conquer these different planets, But it says, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation on the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. I want to be like the Heavenly Father, man. So you also see him trying to create an artificial world, where they're in control of everything and everyone. For example, if you've seen that anime, Sword Art Online, where you put on a VR headset and you're transported into another world. And your body outside of it is just, lifeless. It's, you're not in control of it when you're in that state, And in the show, in the first episode, they were basically locked in. They couldn't log out. Because a person basically kept them and changed the algorithm of it, and altered it where they couldn't log out, and they were stuck in there, So it makes you think that these devils are not gonna, do the same thing and, use it to their advantage. I'll probably make a lesson go to that also, but we'll see. But not to go too far off topics. Continue on. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. This is even him who's coming is after the working of Satan. Talk about Esau, Edom. Because he works on the left hand side. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, especially with his technologies that he has and things he's able to do. A lot of people are going to be led astray and deceived by it. People see all the so-called benefits. All he's helping the people. He's doing it to protect the people and this and that. To send rain in certain areas where they don't have rain. And all that, man. But it says, read one more time. It says, even him was coming after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And you also see with CERN, if you have seen CERN and looked into it, their logo is 666, man, has 3 6s in it. And what they're trying to do is trying to recreate the the Big Bang particle, as they like to put it. The God particle, where it started the so-called Big Bang. They're researching it, trying to collide atoms together, trying to open portals. So you see the wicked thing that these devils are trying to do. And coming soon, you're gonna have literal demons manifesting themselves, and we may see the Lord use these devils to do something with this, but we'll see. But I may make another lesson going into it. But using multiple videos on YouTube, when you look into it, of things that these devils are trying to do with CERN, open up portals. I believe there's one time where they, I forgot the exact, I don't want to say anything, but I may make a lesson, going into it. I'll probably research a little bit more into it, just for more edification's sake. Don't want to, missay anything. So probably make a part 2. But it says, Job 9 verse 24, it says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And, Esau, Edom is in, his kingdom, and this is his rulership. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And who is the wicked? Esau, the so-called right man. And we'll get that right here. It's Genesis chapter 27, verse 39 through 40. It's going to Esau's blessing. It said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, the main point. And by thy sword thou shalt live. It's like, and by thy sword shalt thou live. And he's living by that sword, man. You see with his technology, the robots he's creating, his great, mighty military that he has, his nuclear advances, which the Lord gave him the knowledge to, create that, man, to do those things. And shalt serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So he's talking about Esau, which since I brought up that scripture, I'll go into that. The waster to destroy. Isaiah 54 verse 16 says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy, which is that thermonuclear missiles. And that smith is basically going to the scientists, be able to group up, atoms together to, create, a nuclear bomb, that does so much, damage. You know, because when you look into it, the scientific part of it, tons of things that goes into that, man. And the Lord gave them the knowledge to do that for their own destruction. And it shows you that the Lord has a sense of humor, man. Gave them the knowledge to create the thermonuclear missiles. The devils think that they made something themselves. Think that they're gonna use it to their advantage. When in reality, it's for your own destruction, man. See how cold Yahweh Shai is. But you see in Genesis chapter 27, his blessing, man, which is the fatness of the earth and the sword. And the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, Esau once again. And he's ultimately the cancer of the earth. He is destroying this place constantly. As he with HAARP, be able to alter, control the weather. And you see, many instances of this. Go back to what I was saying earlier with those mass hurricanes. In hurricane season, I forget exactly when it started. But, it's basically like 3 or 4 hurricanes basically back to back, man. Going to like near the same location or whatever. But this book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13, last scripture. And then may make a part 2, going to CERN, a little bit into that. But Psalms chapter 17, verse 13 says, Arise, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to be swinging that sword, man. Esau, Edom, on you Jakes, you 2/3. And also you see the nations, man. They may use them to, alter and control the weather and do certain things, which we may see, however the Lord may do it. But, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. The Lord is in control of everything, man. This Lord is the ultimate puppet master. In control of everything and everyone. So though you may see devils, creating these things and may manipulate the weather in certain areas or do certain things, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. But pretty much at the point of this lesson, Lord, you get some edification out of it. Hit the main point. Don't want to drag the lesson out. But maybe make a part 2 going into CERN and the things they're doing behind the scenes, because they have an idol, a false god Shiva, out in front of their main place where they work at. And I believe there's a title for it where it's destroy to recreate or something. I'll go more into it, maybe part 2, we'll see. But once again, Lord, it was edifying. I do want to close out. I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, Ba'Shem Kadash, the honors the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching us His truth. Peace and blessing, hope like Israel, and shalom. See you next one.